Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered where the person you promised to become went? Why is it that we can read all the right books, set the most ambitious goals, and desperately want our lives to change, yet find ourselves making the exact same mistakes year after bitter year? You tell yourself tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow you will wake up early. Tomorrow you will leave that toxic situation. Tomorrow you will finally start living. But tomorrow comes, and you fall right back into the invisible gravity of your old habits. What if I told you that your inability to change has nothing to do with a lack of willpower? What if the reason you are stuck is actually a highly advanced psychological survival mechanism working perfectly? Welcome to the darkest and most misunderstood journey a human being can take. Today, we are going to explore the psychology of self-transformation. We are going to uncover why you sabotage your own success and exactly how you can break the cycle forever. There is a beautiful, dangerous myth about self-improvement. We are taught to think of transformation as a peaceful, natural process. We picture a caterpillar effortlessly turning into a butterfly. We think becoming a better version of ourselves is just about adding new, positive habits to our routine. But the hidden truth is much darker. Real transformation is not a birth. It is a death. You cannot become a new person without letting the old one die. And the deepest, most primitive part of your brain is absolutely terrified of death. The part of you that procrastinates, the part of you that stays in bad relationships, the part of you that settles for a mediocre life, that part of you has an identity. It has a name, and it will fight tooth and nail to survive. When you try to change, you are not just adopting a new morning routine. You are declaring war on your old self. To understand why change feels so agonizing, we have to look at how our minds are wired. Psychologically speaking, your brain has one primary objective: to keep you alive. To your nervous system, familiarity equals safety. Even if your current life is miserable, anxious, or unfulfilling, your brain prefers it. But because you have survived it so far, the predictable pain of your current reality feels much safer to your subconscious than the unpredictable joy of an unknown future. The legendary psychoanalyst Carl Jung explained that we all carry a shadow, the hidden, repressed, and unexamined parts of our psyche. When we attempt to transform, we trigger a profound identity crisis. The ego panics. It whispers lies to you. It creates sudden bursts of anxiety, intense fatigue, or irresistible distractions. This is why you suddenly feel the urge to clean your entire house when you sit down to work on your dream project. It is self-sabotage. But to your brain, it isn't sabotage at all. It is self-preservation. Your ego is trying to protect you from the terrifying void of the unknown. The giants of philosophy understood that outgrowing oneself requires a brutal willingness to suffer. The German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche wrote one of the most profound truths about human evolution: the snake which cannot cast its skin has to die. As well, the minds which are prevented from changing their opinions, they cease to be mind. Nietzsche understood that growth requires destruction. He famously said, "You must be ready to burn yourself in your own flame. How could you rise anew if you have not first become ashes?" We want the resurrection without the crucifixion. We want the transformation without the fire. But the Stoic philosopher Seneca taught that we suffer more in our imagination than in reality. The fear of letting go is almost always worse than the act of letting go itself. To transform, you must practice what the Stoics called radical acceptance. You must accept that outgrowing your old self will feel like losing a close friend. You will grieve. You will feel empty. But that emptiness is not a void. It is space. And space is the only place where something new can be built. Let's look at how this invisible tug-of-war plays out in our daily lives. Think about the person who finally escapes a manipulative, emotionally draining relationship. They swear they will never settle for less again. Yet, 6 months later, they find themselves deeply attracted to someone with the exact same red flags, just wearing a different face. Because healthy, calm love feels boring and unpredictable to a nervous system addicted to chaos. Their brain seeks out the familiar pain because it knows how to survive it. Or consider the brilliant writer or entrepreneur who constantly procrastinates on launching their project. They tell themselves they are just a perfectionist. But the truth? As long as the project lives only in their mind, it is flawless. The moment they put it into the real world, they risk failure, criticism, and rejection. By procrastinating, they protect their identity as an unrecognized genius. They choose the safety of potential over the vulnerability of reality. In both cases, the invisible pull of the familiar self sabotages the leap into the unknown. So, how do we outsmart our own survival instincts? How do we stop slipping backward and finally cross the bridge into who we are meant to be? Here are 3 practical steps to engineer your own transformation. First, kill your labels. Stop identifying with your flaws. Never say, "I am just an anxious person," or "I am just lazy." When you tie a behavior to your identity, your ego will fight to protect it. Instead, separate yourself from the feeling. Say, "I am experiencing anxiety right now," or "I have a habit of procrastinating." By distancing your identity from your habits, you make those habits easier to destroy. Second, practice micro-courage. Your nervous system will reject massive, overnight changes. You must sneak past your brain's alarm system. Do not try to write a whole book today. Sit at the desk for 5 minutes. Do not try to overhaul your entire diet. Drink 1 glass of water first. Over time, these micro-actions prove to your subconscious that the unknown is actually safe. Third, expect the extinction burst. In behavioral psychology, right before a bad habit dies, it makes one final, desperate attempt to survive. This is called an extinction burst. When you feel an overwhelming, almost violent urge to give up and go back to your old ways, recognize it for what it is. It means the old you is starving. Do not feed it. Let it die. Ultimately, the psychology of self-transformation comes down to one beautiful, haunting realization. You are both the marble and the sculptor. When you try to change your life, it hurts because you are literally chiseling away at your own flesh. You are breaking off the pieces of yourself that no longer serve you. The need for approval, the fear of failure, the toxic attachments. It is a painful, lonely process. People around you might not understand. They might even try to pull you back because your growth highlights their stagnation. Let them misunderstand you. Do not be afraid of the fire. Walk directly into it. Let the outdated versions of you burn away. Because beneath all that stone, beneath the fear and the trauma and the hesitation, there is a masterpiece waiting to breathe. You just have to be brave enough to carve it out. If you felt a spark of recognition today, if you are ready to let the old you become ashes so the new you can rise, do not walk away from this fire. Subscribe to Timeless Philosophy. Hit the notification bell so you never miss the tools you need to sculpt your mind. Like this video to help others find the courage to change, and leave a comment below telling us, what old version of yourself are you leaving behind today? Until next time, embrace the fire, remain stoic, and keep seeking the truth.